because YouTube is where the poop is.
If you grew up on the early internet, this might have been the first kind of content to completely melt your brain.
Yay, Luigi.
With one of 8 essential prizes inside.
Before TikTok, before YouTube Rewind, before every creator had a merch line and a podcast, there was this.
Your Majesty, you must die.
They were loud. They were chaotic.
The train is late.
And they made absolutely no sense. And yet, somehow, they were peak YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Dakosity Live, and today we are going to be diving into the classical era of YouTube poop. The golden age of YouTube. We're just gonna be doing a little, nostalgic retrospective, talking about the origins and the rise of my favorite series ever. From Mama Luigi to Pingus. We are going to be covering it all, or at least we're gonna try to, because there certainly is a lot of them. If I miss anything, let me know. And if I end up having to make another one of these, I'm not gonna complain whatsoever. Like and subscribe if you enjoy, and we are just going to hop right into it.
Wow! I'd say he's hot on our tail.
YouTube poop, aka YTP, is a style of video remix that began in the mid-2000s during YouTube's early days. The very first YTP is widely credited to Super Yoshi, who on December 22nd, 2004, uploaded The Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3 Remixed, later known as I'd Say He's Hot on Our Tail, because I'll play the clip.
Wow! I'd say he's hot on our tail.
Remarkably, this was before YouTube had even launched, with the video initially shared on another site and then posted to YouTube in 2006. Super Yoshi and a small group of friends coined the term YouTube poop. The story goes that user Yamano Malix, if I say his name wrong, I'm sorry, I'm autistic, joked about uploading poop to YouTube to describe these absurd video mashups they made as inside jokes. Once YouTube opened to the public, these strange remixes found a perfect home. By 2006 to 2007, YTPs were exploding in popularity as a new form of mean humor on the platform. Early YTP creators, known as poopers, would take cartoons, video game cutscenes, commercials, you name it, and scramble them into nonsense for comedic effect. And my God, was it beautiful.
Black people are coming.
What a time to be alive as a 12-year-old boy. Or I guess at this point, like 9. Oh my God, I'm old. Oh boy. What began as a niche in-joke community soon went viral. Throughout the late 2000s, YouTube poops became some of the most viewed comedy videos on YouTube. Popular YTPer, YT pooper, Emp Lemon later dubbed this period the golden age of YTP, characterized by a shared pool of recurring memes and sources that fans came to expect. Classic YouTube poops from roughly 2006 to 2012 often racked up hundreds of thousands or even millions of views. Impressive at the time, and today remain nostalgic relics of YouTube's Wild West era. Notably, the YouTube poop community even developed its own infrastructure. In 2007, the forum YouTube was founded as a hub for YouTube poop enthusiasts, helping creators collaborate and share resources. By 2009, there was even a satirical news show, YouTube Poop News, on YouTube, hosted by YouTube pooper Stuart K. Riley. If I say your name wrong, I'm sorry again. YTP News gave updates on the community, highlighted notable poopers, and discussed editing techniques. A sign that by the turn of the decade, YouTube poop had grown into a fully fledged subculture with its own stars and lore.
Let's go from the mayor for gay sex.
Torch of green shit.
Many creators from the classic era left a permanent mark on the YTP genre, developing distinct styles and running gags that others would emulate. Here are some of the most influential names from the 2006 to 2012 era. Walrus Guy, often revered as a founding father of YouTube poop, created some of the most iconic poops. I'm not getting through this goddamn script, dude. I'm not. I'm 26 years old and I keep laughing at the word poop that I wrote down. Oh my god. His videos like the only Mama Luigi poop anyone has ever made and Mario and Luigi Travel Through Time skyrocketed in popularity and showcased early story-driven YTP editing. Walrus Guy was a pioneer of sentence mixing, cleverly splicing characters' dialogue to make them say outrageous things. He is perhaps best known for the notorious Dr. Rabbit is Racist poop from 2007, where Colgate's cartoon rabbit mascot, I didn't even know they had that, goes on a wildly offensive world tour via razor sharp sentence mixed dialogue. That was a tongue twisting sentence right there, my bad. That video shock humor was so infamous that Colgate issued takedowns, and Walrus Guy's channel faced multiple suspensions over it. Despite drama with copyright trolls and even briefly quitting in 2009, Walrus Guy's work, especially his use of CDI Zelda cutscenes and the Dr. Rabbit character, set the gold standard for early YTP absurdity and inspired countless imitators. CS188. Active since 2008, CS188, real name Corey Schuschler, became one of the most popular YTPers ever, known for a vulgar rapid-fire style of editing. He specialized in music video poops, where he'd remix pop songs or commercials with heavy sentence mixing to create raunchy parodies. For example, his viral video, PSYTP Oppa Goddamn Style, a 2012 send-off the size Gundam Style, amassed over 17 million views. CS188's humor leaned into adult jokes, profanity, and shock visuals. A running gag in his videos is censoring something to imply an obscene image. By blending crass absurdity with tight editing, he attracted a gigantic following, becoming the first pooper to reach 100k subscribers in 2014. His longevity is notable. CS188 continued making YouTube poops for well over a decade and remains active, a testament to how beloved the classic style remains among fans. Lemon. Starting around 2010, Emperor Lemon represents the bridge between classic YouTube poop and the modern YouTube creator. He gained renown with SpongeBob parodies. His breakout hit was YouTube poop SpongeBob feeds his snail performance-enhancing drugs. That one's such a good one, dude. Which put a deranged twist on a SpongeBob episode.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Sportive Kings, Seaman. Hey!
Get off my cloud!
That video's success propelled him to create even more ambitious projects like The Uncredibles, a remix of Pixar's The Incredibles, go figure, that showcased higher production values. Emperor Lemon's style evolved to incorporate fast-paced sentence mixing, visual effects, and intricate editing. He often spoofed YouTube itself, jokes about the algorithm or community memes, and would experiment with meta humor. Eventually, Emp Lemon amassed a huge audience. His channel would later exceed 1 million subscribers. Oh man, what a giant pooper, dude. And pivoted the commentary style content in the late 2010s. Still, his YouTube poop contributions, sometimes signed Emp Lemon or Emperor Lemon, are considered modern classics that kept the spirit of YouTube poop alive as the genre evolved. Deeper Cut, an extremely prolific pooper known for multi-source mashups and comedic narrative style. He had a talent for weaving disparate sources into a sort of absurd crossover story. His 2008 video, YouTube Poop Revenge of the Mad Madman, involving a villain named Tarantula Man in a chaotic adventure. It's a Spider-Man YouTube poop. with the Dr. Octagonopus. Wait, no, that's a different one. Is remembered as one of the funniest and most creative YouTube poops ever made, and has well over 1.5 million views on YouTube. Deeper Cut is also responsible for the King's Coming series and many others, and he was regarded as a trailblazer of the YouTube poop community. With a channel that attracted millions of views across his uploads, he helped prove just how popular this weird video genre could become. Hurricoaster.
Holy sh!
A pooper notable for creating one of the most viewed YouTube poops of all time. YouTube poop, The Sky Had a Ouija. One of my personal favorites in 2009. This short video, which splices a SpongeBob Square, hold on, wait, 2009, oh my god, dude, I'm so old. In this short video, which splices a SpongeBob SquarePants scene with the infamous Luigi Ouija meme. More on that later. We're gonna talk about Ouija. Don't you worry. Went viral and accumulated over 17 million views in about a decade. The Sky Had a Ouija perfectly exemplified the goofy crossover heavy style of the late 2000s YouTube poops. It throws SpongeBob, Mario, Pokemon, and more into a blender of just complete nonsense. Hurricoaster's success with that video introduced many new viewers to YouTube poop and demonstrated the genre's broad meme appeal. It's likely one of the first YouTube poops many casual YouTube users ever saw. It's definitely one of my first and favorites, thanks to its massive reach. Super Yoshi, the originator of YouTube poop as mentioned earlier, deserves a nod even though he wasn't as prolific in later years. His pioneering 2004 to 2006 works, like I'd Say He's Hot on Our Tail, using the Super Mario Bros. 3 cartoon set, the template, chopped up cartoon dialogue, rapid, nonsensical cuts, and a datist disregard for coherence. Super Yoshi's humble Windows Movie Maker edits essentially birthed a new genre of comedy video. While others took the torch and ran, he's remembered as the creator of the whole goddamn thing by the YouTube poop community. Others and community contributors. There are so many more worth mentioning. Crobo Productions, most known for Steven Universe and the Fesh Bints of Blair. They're not labeled YouTube poops, but they might as well be.
If you think we can, I hate you!
Kisses.
Crobo's collaborator Mark 3611, Santa with Teeth, and Commander Commander Gwen, I don't know how to say his name, all influential on subsequent poopers. The YTP scene was a vibrant network, and even minor poopers often had cult followings. It was common for creators to collaborate in YTP collabs, compilation videos on a theme, or challenge each other in YTP tennis matches, taking turns remixing each other's video in successive rounds. My god, what a beautiful era, dude. Fostering a sense of camaraderie and friendly one-upmanship. In summary, the classic era's key creators were a motley crew of mostly young, tech-savvy fans who turned pop culture into surreal comedy, each adding their own flavor to the poop stew, baby.
Or else you will die.
I hope she made lots of spaghetti.
It burns!
Part of what made classic YouTube poops so entertaining was their shared universe of memes and recurring gags. Frequent viewers began to recognize certain characters, audio clips, and editing jokes that poop. The word is popped. The word's popped in the script, guys. It's not pooped. I'm reading poop everywhere now. That popped up again and again across different videos. Here are some of the most iconic themes and subgenres from the 2006 to 2012 era. Spadinner sources, CDI, Zelda, and Mario. Early YouTube poops heavily featured clips from the infamously bad Nintendo CDI games, Link, The Faces of Evil, Zelda, Wand of Gamelon, Gammon? I don't know. And Hotel Mario. The awkward cutscene dialogue from these games provided endless meme fodder. Fans jokingly labeled this the Spadinner style, referencing oft-repeated lines like
Spaghetti
and dinner from King Harkinian, the king in the Zelda CDI cutscenes. For example, King Hardinian's grandiose
My boy, this piece is what all true warriors strive for.
or
I wonder what's for dinner.
became punchlines in countless YouTube poops. Similarly, Hotel Mario gave us Mario's
I hope she made lots of spaghetti.
line, and Link's
Great! I can't wait to bomb some dodongos!
These lines would be remixed, repeated, and remade into absurd jokes. King Harkinian, Link, Morshu, the CDI shopkeeper who says,
Lamp oil, rope, bombs? You want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rubies.
and other CDI characters essentially became the unofficial mascots of early YTP. Their silly voice acting and memorable quotes were low-hanging fruit for poopers to twist into even more ridiculous forms. Ouija. Ouija is an old-school meme originating from a distorted sprite of Luigi from the DOS game Mario is Missing, depicted with a creepy blank stare. YouTube poopers adopted Ouija as a recurring Easter egg. He'd often appear ominously in edited scenes. The phrase, "the sky had a Ouija," from Hurricoaster SpongeBob YouTube poop of the same name, became a joke to indicate that a Ouija image inexplicably showed up in the sky or background. Viewers could expect Ouija's unsettling face to pop up at just completely random times, a perfect embodiment of YouTube poop's love for the bizarre and unexpected. Ouija became so ingrained that by the end of the late 2000s, he was basically a crossover YouTube poop meme, understood even outside the community. Fun fact too, by the way, I made a little world in Roblox when I was a goofy little child, and it was called like Ouija, and it was just a bunch of free models of everything I could find with Ouija in it, including this thing that just made the whole world just spinning Ouija. It was fantastic. It was wonderful. I miss my childhood. Not some of the parts though. Some of the parts suck. I do miss this though. Pingus, perhaps the most famous single word to come out of YouTube poops.
Pingus!
Is a misheard snippet from the 90s cartoon Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, where Dr. Robotnik shouts, "Snooping as usual, I see." YouTube poopers chopped this line to "Snoopingus usual," isolating the pingus. The result? Robotnik seemingly yells pingus, which sounds hilariously like a euphemism for male genitalia. This one-word exclamation became legendary. YouTube poopers inserted pingus into countless videos as a punchline or non sequitur. It got so popular that it transcended YouTube poop by the 2010s. You couldn't mention Dr. Robotnik online without someone referring to pingus. It even snuck into official media. An Archie Sonic comic, issue 205, slipped in a pingus joke, showing how far this YouTube poop originated meme had spread. Pingus perfectly demonstrates the YTP ethos of taking something innocent and making it absurd. Mama Luigi! This refers to a particular episode of the Super Mario World cartoon, Mama Luigi, which was another favorite source. In this episode, Luigi tells Yoshi a bedtime story where Yoshi calls him Mama Luigi. Mama? YouTube poopers ran wild with this. The phrase,
That's Mama Luigi to you!
became a minor meme. Walrus Guy's the only Mama Luigi poop anyone has ever made, and ironically titled Poop, since actually many people made a Mama Luigi poop. What? Mama Luigi YouTube poopers would remix that episode's scenes in ridiculous ways, adding explosive effects, twisting the dialogue, etc. The appeal was partly the source itself. The Super Mario Bros. Cartoon had cheesy voice acting ripe for parody. By 2008, Mama Luigi was practically shorthand for YouTube poop worthy material. Dr. Robotnik and YouTube poop villains. We've mentioned Robotnik for Pingus, but in general, Robotnik Robotnik from the Sonic cartoon was a central figure in many YouTube poops. His exaggerated voice and lines,
I'll have to give myself a promotion. I'm Dr. Robotnik. I touch what I want.
were fodder for sentence mixing. For instance, Pooper Mr. Simon, the electric cheese, made the classic Robotnik wants KFC in 2007, a poop where Robotnik orders his minions to get him a bucket of fried chicken. This video is fondly remembered as one of the greatest, most legendary YouTube poops ever. It's basically an epitome of the 2007 era poop humor with Robotnik spewing profanities and random plot twists. It spawned fan-made sequels and trap videos too. Alongside Robotnik, other recurring villains in YouTube poop include Dr. Rabbit, Colgate's mascot, thanks to Walrus Guy, Ganon from Zelda, and even real-life figures edited to be villainous. There was a whole sub-trend of political or celebrity YouTube poops, albeit less common in the classical era. These recurring characters formed a shared cast that viewers could expect to behave very badly in a poop. It gave YouTube poops a weird kind of continuity. Hopping video to video, you'd see familiar faces in new chaotic scenarios, other memes and fads. The above were the big ones, right? But classic YouTube poop is full of dozens of smaller running jokes. Michael Rosen, a British children's poet, became a YouTube poop meme around 2010, with poops making him say outrageous things. His enthusiastic
Nice
catchphrase often twisted into dirty ways. The Rugrats cartoon yielded the famous line,
Stu, what are you doing?
making chocolate pudding.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Why on earth are you making chocolate pudding?
Because I've lost control of my life.
a meme so enduring that it's known outside the YouTube poop community. There was also the Gaston song from Beauty and the Beast, which poopers love to corrupt. Various YouTube poop music videos where sources were auto-tuned to songs, and even more. Even the community lexicon had joking terms for editing tropes, calling something AIDS if it was intentionally low quality, or labeling newcomers' overuse of cliche sources as spadinner. Some elite poopers frowned on too much CDI usage after a while. But at the end of the day, no matter the source or the meme, all YouTube poopers shared one goal: to surprise you and make you laugh by utterly shattering the source's material's original context. And my god, was it a beautiful thing. We're gonna talk about the comedic style next, baby. This video ain't done yet.
Welcome to the Ouija Towers, where our motto is,
You will die.
Oh, that's great. I'd like spaghetti with no onions and extra pickles.
YouTube poops derive their comedy from a mix of surrealism, absurdity, shock value, and sheer editing creativity. Watching a classic YouTube poop is a bit of an acid trip, if I do say so myself. They intentionally break all the rules of coherence to keep the viewer off balance and amused. Let's break down the key elements of YouTube poop's comedic style. I swear to God, if I say YouTube poop one more time, it's gonna make my brain explode. And I'm going to, because I don't even think we're halfway done with the script.
Start digging in your butt, twin.
what? What?
YTPs are famous for the frenetic pacing. They jump cut unpredictably, often mid-sentence or mid-action, to unrelated clips and random zoom-ins. The narrative, if any, is disjointed and might resemble a bad dream or hallucination more than a story. This stems from the fact that many poopers just threw in clips they found funny and connected them with smash cuts. The result is a kind of chaotic collage that often emphasizes randomness equals humor. Non-linear, sensory overload editing meant to evoke a feeling rather than tell a story. Or a logical story, anyway. Sentence mixing.
We are gonna see how funny it is when I eat Mexican beans.
This is a fundamental YTP technique and source of endless humor. Creators would cut up dialogue into individual words or syllables and reassemble them to make characters say completely new and usually inappropriate phrases. For example, taking taking bits of a character's speech and stitching together something like, "I hate dinner," or a lewd sentence. In Walrus Guy's Dr. Rabbit is Racist, nearly every line from the educational toothbrushing rabbit was remixed to spout horrible insults.
Another very good way to help protect your permanent teeth is with semen.
Good sentence mixing requires careful timing so the spliced audio sounds somewhat natural. The payoff is hearing beloved characters accidentally swear or utter nonsense. It's juvenile, yes, but undeniably funny when done well. Many poopers specialized in sentence mix gags that left the audience both laughing and wondering how on earth did they cut it so perfectly to make him say that. On the flip side, poorly done sentence mixing became a bit of a cliche too. By 2012, some were tired of hearing characters say spaghetti or penis for the millionth time via choppy audio splicing. Stutter loops and repetition. Repetition is a big comedic tool for YouTube poopers. I said poopers again. A short clip might be looped multiple times in a row. A stutter loop. Often increasing in intensity or pitch each time. For instance, a character's falling down the stairs might be edited to fall again and again, faster and faster, or a single word might repeat like a broken record. This can create a hilarious rhythmic effect or simply beat a joke to absurdity, in a good way, or a bad way, I don't know. These ones always make my brain explode, dude. A famous example is the Pingus moment. A YouTube pooper might make Robotnik say penis 10 times in a row, each time zooming further into his own mouth. Stutter loops draw attention to a specific moment, saying this bit is so funny or bizarre, it's worth hammering into your brain until you want to put a gun in it. Ear grape. I can't say the actual word because YouTube sucks now. God forbid I say anything in context that's not offensive, but the word's offensive to YouTube censors. But yes, ear grape, aka audio distortion. Many YouTube poopers delight in suddenly assaulting the viewer's ears with extremely loud, distorted noise. This usually happens at unexpected moments. The volume jumps to 400% with a burst of crackling, screaming, or loud sound effect, often to emphasize a reaction or punchline. For example, a character might open a door and instead of a creak, a deafening air horn plays. The intention is partly to annoy and surprise, it's literally a jump scare joke, and partly just to break any sense of comfort. YouTube poops love keeping you on the edge. While it might startle you, in the context of a goofy YouTube poop, the over-the-top loudness becomes part of the absurd humor. Classic poopers used ear grape as a spice, just enough to get a cheap laugh for the sheer audacity of it. Visual gags and surreal effects. Visually, YouTube poops often employ distortion, overlays, and random cutaway images for comedic effect. It could be as simple as a crude MS Paint doodle suddenly appearing on a character's face, or as advanced as green screening a character into a completely different scene. Explosions are a common trope. Something minor happens and a stock explosion effect is layered in for comedy. Walrus Guy and others in 2008 to 2009 started using more advanced editing, even frame-by-frame Photoshop to create sight gags. An example is the Flash poop style, where creators use Adobe Flash or Sony Vegas to key out backgrounds and composite characters into new settings. The visuals in YouTube poops swing from low budget, intentionally crappy edits are part of the charm, to surprisingly intricate. It's all in the service of absurd humor. One minute you're watching a whole actual cartoon clip, the next minute the screen flashes neon colors with a giant impact font saying "You must die," a popular quote from CDI Gannon. The incongruity and surprise of these visual edits are what make them so damn funny. Absurdist and anti-humor. On a deeper level, YouTube poops embrace an almost anti-comedy philosophy. They revel in things that make zero freaking sense, and sometimes a YouTube poop will deliberately test your patience with how off the wall or low quality it is. Scholar Michael Welsh described YouTube poops as absurdist remixes that ape and mock the lowest technical and aesthetic standards of remix culture, whatever the hell that means. In other words, YouTube poops parody the idea of remixing by doing it poorly on purpose, and in doing so, they become a form of absurd art. This is why you'll see intentional glitches, awkward silences, random Windows error sounds, or deliberately bad editing cuts in YouTube poops. The creators know it's wrong, and that's the joke. It's a kind of surreal postmodern humor that found a perfect home on the internet full of random content. Some YouTube poops don't even aim for traditional jokes at all. Instead, they aim to invoke a "what the hell did I just watch" reaction, which itself becomes the punchline. This unique comedic style is why YouTube poops can be an acquired taste. But for those of us who grew up quoting Pwease and Mama Luigi, there's an odd brilliance to the madness. And now we're gonna talk about cultural impact. Oh boy.
Insulting a man's
Dinner.
be worse than insulting his
Spaghetti!
Though born from silliness, classic YouTube poops had an influence on internet culture and even the wider YouTube landscape. In the late 2000s and early 2010s, YouTube poop was a cornerstone of early meme culture. Many popular memes and YouTube in-jokes can trace their origin or spread directly to YouTube poop videos. I've said YouTube poop like 6,000 times and it's not gonna end. It's not gonna end. We've already mentioned how Pwease became a ubiquitous Robotnik meme thanks to YouTube poop. Similarly, characters like the King of Hyrule with his absurd "my boy" or Dr. Rabbit's "hello there kids" turned into something more obscene became known far outside their original context because thousands of people saw them in YouTube poops. It got to the point where, as a ChewWiki article humorously noted, YouTube poop might YouTube poop might be the only reason anyone remembers the Zelda CDI games, or the late pitchman Billy Mays, God rest his soul. YouTube poop kept those memes alive in cultural conscious. Beyond specific memes, YouTube poops helped pioneer the whole remix editing culture on YouTube in general. They were doing rapid cut, iron laden video edits long before it became common in mainstream YouTube content. By the mid 2000s, you started seeing the influence of YTP in things like montage parodies, Vine, Instagram video edits, and the overall editing style of many comedic YouTubers. Quick zooms, sudden volume changes for comedic effect, repeating a clip for laughs. These techniques were staples in YouTube poop and later became standard YouTube editing tricks. In fact, many mainstream creators eventually even hired former YouTube poopers as editors for their videos, specifically to inject that zany meme tick editing style. Meme tick, did I really write that? Are you kidding me? Meme. Just say meme, bozo. The frenetic meme edit aesthetic that now permeates TikTok and YouTube highlight compilations owes a debt to the YouTube poop community's early experiments, especially those goddamn TikTok AI brain rots. Like that's just the final form of it, really. We went from stuff that's somewhat coherent to just absolute garbage slot that you don't even need to actually put effort in. YouTube poop also demonstrated the potential and legal gray area of remix culture. These videos were transformative works that appropriated copyrighted media for humor. In a way, they were predecessors to modern meme compilations and commentary videos, raising similar questions about fair use, and creative freedom. The fact that YouTube poop thrived on YouTube, albeit with a lot of takedowns, like Walrus Guy vs. Skullcake, showed that there was an appetite for user remix content. It's part of the broader story of participatory culture online. I can't say that word, participatory. I don't know, man. I know what the words mean, that's why I write them down, but goddamn, my word don't work in my brain. Fans engaging with media not just by watching, but by remixing it into something new. YouTube poop was the wild, anarchic end of the spectrum, and it inspired many young creators to learn video editing. Plenty of people have admitted their first foray into Adobe Premiere or Sony Vegas was to try making a YouTube poop of their very own favorite cartoon. In terms of comedy, YouTube poops had a hand in shaping the internet humor sensibility of a generation. Early internet comedy often leaned into random venomous, shock, and referential humor. Exactly the things YouTube Poop excelled at. This nonsensical, rapid reference heavy style of YouTube Poops is something that we now see in memes across the web. Even the idea of ironic, so bad it's good content intentionally making something look crappy for laughs is commonplace now, and YTPs were doing that on purpose back in 2007. To put it simply, YouTube Poops helped normalize a form of humor that is extremely online. The kind where understanding the joke might require knowing the source meme, the fact it's being subverted, and that everyone's in on the absurdity. It's also worth noting the community aspect. YouTube Poop brought together a diverse group of creators globally who bonded over this weird hobby. People from different countries made YTPs. There were even Spanish YTP communities, etc. Anyone could grab Windows Movie Maker and try their hand at pooping. There was a low barrier to entry, which meant teens and hobbyists from all over could participate in the fun. This fostered a thriving subculture that persisted for years, with its own slang, forum drama, contests like YouTube Poop tennis tournaments, and collaborations. That sense of community and shared humor is a part of why classic YTP is remembered so fondly. It wasn't just the videos, but the communal experience of discovering and sharing them. Many early YouTube users have nostalgia for huddling around a screen with friends, myself included, showing each other the craziest new poop of a familiar cartoon and laughing until it hurt. Even as YouTube as a platform grew more commercialized and polished, the legacy of YTP lingered. By the late 2010s, YouTube Poop as a genre had declined in visibility, but its DNA is everywhere. Mainstream meme compilations on YouTube often featured clips or styles clearly inspired by YTP. And whenever a big piece of media, a game, movie, political event happened, you could be sure someone would poop it, i.e. making a crackling, absurd edit as a form of comedy. It's a testament to YouTube Poop's cultural impact that, parentheses, source, YouTube Poop, ending parentheses, became almost a recognized format for parody, similar to how we have weird AI song parodies. Early YouTube Poops paved the way for a world where everything can and will be remixed for laughs on the internet.
No. What about spaghetti? No spaghetti, garbage. Just a wrecked penis.
As with many internet phenomenon, the heyday of YouTube Poop could not last forever. By the mid to late 2010s, the traditional YouTube Poop genre saw a decline in mainstream popularity. Several factors did contribute to this. For one, YouTube as a platform was changing. There was a broad movement toward more commercial, polished content, and the algorithm started favoring advertiser-friendly videos over the wild, user-generated remixes of the past. YouTube Poops, with their copyrighted clips and often crude humor, didn't fit neatly into the new corporate YouTube landscape, where you have to make 40-minute video essays as a guy who lives in a dining room to make any kind of money on here. Many classic YouTube Poop videos got hit by content ID claims or age restrictions. Some creators like CS188 even had to private or remove older videos due to platform changes. For example, concerns over advertiser unfriendly content or copyright strikes. This made it harder for YouTube Poopers to thrive as they once did. That said, YouTube Poop did not die. It evolved. The mid-2010s saw Poopers incorporating far more advanced editing techniques, 3D effects, intricate masking, and even narrative storytelling. As the art form got more sophisticated. Some have called this the neo-YouTube Poop style, where videos can be very high quality production-wise, albeit sometimes at the cost of the simple charm of old Poops. Even today, one could argue the absurd TikTok and YouTube memes, like Skibbity Toilet type surreal memes or rapid-fire TikTok edits, carry the genetic imprint of YouTube Poop's absurd, rapid style. In 2025, one could say YouTube Poop has moved from the spotlight to the background, but but it's far from gone. The genre's influence is seen in video editing styles across the internet, and a small but passionate community continues to create YouTube poops, keeping the old memes alive while also inventing new ones. The spirit of YouTube poop, that irreverent remix ethos, is arguably now a fundamental part of internet culture. In summary, the classic era of 2006 to 2012 YouTube poop left an undeniable mark on the internet. It gave us a wealth of inside jokes, Pingus, my boy, that still spark nostalgia. It trained a generation in video editing through humor, and it showed that even the most random remix can unite people in laughter. While the scene is quieter now and the content is more niche, those who were there during the golden age will never forget the absurd joy of seeing our favorite childhood cartoons get utterly wrecked in a YouTube poop. The genre evolved and scattered, but it lives on in both dedicated corners of the web and as a foundational influence on today's meme-driven entertainment. Classic YTPs remain on YouTube and archives as a testament to a unique era of creativity where nothing was sacred and everything was source material. So to answer where does YouTube poop stand today, it stands as a piece of internet history, still kicking in the hands of enthusiasts and echoing through the editing style of modern content. As long as the internet retains its sense of humor, somewhere a YouTube poop will be making someone laugh at something utterly ridiculous. And honestly, that's the way I like to YouTube poop. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate it if you would hit the like and subscribe button. I know I asked before, but I'm a very small channel. I'm in a very bad point in my life right now, so I need the help. I need the help. I got tons of other videos on the way. I got tons of videos already uploaded. You can go check them out. I recommend the Xavier Renegade Angel video if you really like this style of content for YouTube poops and stuff, because that show was insane. Same thing with Wonder Sojan, same thing with Robot Chicken. Yeah, fantastic video essays all around. Love you guys. I can't believe how much support I've been getting. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm gonna go work on another video now. I'm gonna go work on it. Let's go.